call is now being recorded.
So I think I can start now, right? Okay.
Let me introduce, sir. Very
Yeah.
good morning to the participants. Welcome you all for the third day session. Today we have Mr. Bhuvnesh Kumar, product lead from Plus Advanced Technology, who is going to deliver a session on Agri solutions and how they can help in food industry. This is going to be a very informative and useful session for you all. How PCMs can help in Agri area and all. So, of Murugappa Polytechnic College and on behalf of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, I extend heartiest welcome to Mr. Bhuvnesh Kumar. Thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation and to take the session. Welcome you, sir. Now you can take on the session, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sekhar. It's pleasure to be here, and it was a nice opportunity given by Murugappa Polytechnic College. And so, good morning to all the faculty members and the CSET faculty at Murugappa Polytechnic Technic College. So, myself, Bhuvnesh Kumar. So I have been like a product lead at Plus Advanced Technologies for last 8 years approximately, and I have been mechanical engineer from my academics, and after that I did my thermal and fluid engineering specialization from IIT Guwahati. So since then I have been associated with Plus Advanced Technologies and developing new solutions in different areas like solar thermal systems, pharmaceutical shipping solutions using phase change materials. So I think you might be aware about phase change materials now because the first session taken by Dr. Amar Ratan, my colleague, might have briefed you about the phase change materials, what are these chemicals and everything. Today we'll be covering a few of the food and agriculture solutions which are very useful for the farmers, and these are sustainable solutions for drying and storage of perishable food items. So let me share my screen with you, and then I will take you through all the solutions we have developed in this segment. I hope my screen is visible to you all. Let me know if it is not. Yeah, so as you can see, there is a brand name of Save. So Save is of Save Energy. That's how the name came up with Save as the brand name for the phase change materials. So we are integrating these phase change materials and different kind of solutions for the agriculture benefit. So let me I think you might be knowing about Plus. We are part of Murugappa Group, having so many customers in different countries and all. This is a brief introduction about the Plus, basically, which you might have got from my colleagues. So I'm just skipping these slides because it is going to take me some time to explain two solutions, basically, which are agriculture based. And we have now the second slide is like about the patents we have in different countries and associations with different organizations and societies. Then phase change material. This is basic about phase change materials. So I'm just recapping for all of you so that you can understand the importance of these chemicals, and you are able to see what benefit of these PCMs is coming in the product, basically why we are integrating the PCMs in all kind of products we have. So PCM is basically a chemical, so you can say mixture of chemicals which are absorbing the heat. Okay, it is absorbing the heat, it is storing it within its particles. Okay, and then it is releasing whenever there is a need of that energy to be utilized in any application. Okay, so there is like different chemistries of the PCMs. One is hydrated salt, where The PCMs are made of water and different kind of salts. You might be knowing about one salt which is very common salt, NaCl. Like that, there are different other kind of salts like magnesium chloride and all those kind of uh, salts are used in making some compositions of PCM. Then there is organic mixture, which are like fatty acid based and like plant extracts or the petroleum based products, which are melting and freezing at a particular temperature. So the main property, the specific importance of this material is it is melting at a particular temperature and releasing or absorbing that abundant amount of energy. So, like water is also a phase-change material at 0 degrees Celsius, which is storing the cold energy when it is being converted from water to ice. So it is changing its phase from liquid to solid, and it is storing that cold energy inside it. So whenever there is a need, let's say like you have kept the water in your freezer, domestic refrigerator, and it is converted into ice. And now, whenever there is like you need the cold energy in, let's say, your drink or Coca-Cola, you are drinking some cold drink, and you want some ice to be put in for that for the cooling your drink, right? So you'll be taking out the ice from the freezer and you'll be putting it inside your cold drink, and your ice will melt from ice to water, and it will give that cold energy to your cold drink, right? So it is melting at 0 degrees Celsius, but it is giving the, abundant amount of energy to your cold drink. So this is the same concept of PCM. Likewise, we have different phase change temperatures for different kind of chemistries of the PCMs. Yeah, so today we are going to cover two products. One is Hemacool. So Hemacool is a cold storage solution. So you might have seen a lot of cold storages for storing the food and vegetables, which are like having compressor and chiller system associated with that, and like because farmers doesn't get the right price when the crop is harvested. Just right after the harvesting, the farmers sometimes don't get, most of the times you can say, like they don't get the right pricing for their produce, right? So it is very important that it is then like stored in a right temperature and in the right infrastructure so that it doesn't get spoiled. And like after like there is an increase in the prices in the market, so farmer can sell those products in the market. Okay, so currently there is like around 40% of the food which is wasted around the globe because it is not being properly stored, or like it is not being properly transported. And during the transport also, there is a lot of food which is getting spoiled or degrade, right? So there is need of those cold storages for the farmers, so that if there is any perishable item also, like tomato is something which is very perishable in nature. If you don't store it, so within 2 3 days or 4 days or maximum 7 days, it is going to be spoiled, right? So it is not like you cannot use it after 7 days if it is not kept at right temperature. So this solution, this solar-based solution, gives the ability to enable the farmers to store their produce at right temperature without any operating cost, because there is no electricity which is running this system. It is totally off-grid solution basically. So I will explain it in detail in further slides. So the second product is Argon. So Argon as a food dryer, solar food dryer, for drying any food item. Okay, so as the name suggests, so Argon is a Bengali word, which the meaning of which is fire. So That's like Aag. Aag is the Hindi word, but Agun is the Bengali word. So that's how we kept the name of solar dryer as Agun. So it is 24/7. Most of the times you might have seen a lot of people, a lot of farmers to dry their produce in the open sun, right? So they are drying the chilies or any or tomatoes or onion in the open, so it has a lot of disadvantages. So that's how we thought should be a solution where there is proper 24/7 consistent food drying you can get, and also there is no nutrient degradation, because whenever you are drying in open sun, there is a lot of nutrient degradation in your food, or whatever you are drying. So the nutrient level decreases in those produce. So it is very important when you are drying your produce, so those nutrients are remaining same, right? So first, in detail, we'll cover Himacool, solar cold storage. So if you see, this is a picture of Himacool having two compartments. One is this part you will see. This is a thermal energy storage having PCM materials inside. So what this storage does? So it is a basically equivalent to your electrical battery. So you
Bhunesh,
might, yeah.
I'm not seeing the slide moving. I don't know, is it a problem for me or others?
Okay, let me just share it again. Is it moving now?
Yeah, put it in screen mode. I think we are seeing all your other slides as well.
Is it moving, right?
Yeah, it's moving. Put it on the show mode, no? That the full
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, I've already put. I think it is taking time for you.
Okay.
I don't know, because I've already put it. Please confirm, then I will start.
I'm not sure it's a problem to me or others can also confirm. Is it? I'm not seeing the slide mode.
I have now come out of that mode. Maybe Dr. Sekhar, are you able to see the show mode?
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
Yeah.
There might be some issue. I don't know. Let me try again. Is it okay now?
Yeah, now it is visible, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So should I go back or tell you because I don't know if you are able to see or not, but yeah, so these were the slides. Previously I explained PCMs. Then there were two products, Himacool and Agun. Himacool cold storage solution, and Agun is a solar food dryer solution. Then I started explaining about Himacool, which is a solar cold storage solution. And here, from here, I have to start. So the thing is, if you see, there are two compartments. One is the solar cold stored room, and another is thermal storage bank. So it is similar to, you can say, electrical battery, where you are storing the electrical energy, but here you are storing the thermal energy in form of PCM. Okay, so PCM is filled inside a tank, big metallic tank, and you freeze it using the compressor during the daytime, and during the daytime simultaneously, you are also able to maintain the temperature of your cold store. And during the night time, when there is no sun and solar panel is not working, right? So your cold storage, which is inside your PCM material, is like giving the cold energy to your cold store. Okay, so this is the concept basically. So you will see it in the further slides as well. So the technology is totally based upon the phase change material thermal energy storage, and the same concept as given here, like the solar PV powers your refrigeration system, which is running your compressor. Compressor is storing the cold in your PCM, and simultaneously it is also maintaining the temperature of the cold room. So this is during the daytime, but when during the night time your compressor is not able to run because there is no electrical energy from your panel, you are able to extract that energy from your PCM, from the phase change materials and thermal energy storage system, and you are able to maintain the cold store temperature between 2 to 8 degrees Celsius or minus 15 to minus 25 degrees Celsius based upon the food you want to store, right? So this is the concept, and if you see the drawing of this cold storage, you see this is the thermal energy storage, and at the bottom there is a refrigeration equipment having your condenser, compressor, and everything, and on the top of it there is a thermal bank having a PCM filled inside, and there is a piping which goes from your thermal tank to your indoor unit. So these are indoor units basically having your fan coil unit, where there is a fan which is running and blowing the air over the coils, and in through the coil there will be water which will be running, and like water is giving the energy to your cold room. So there is a similar piping in the tank also, where the water is circulating and taking the energy from the PCM and supplying to the indoor unit. And if you see, like there are two compartments, it can be two compartments, single compartment, and based upon requirement basically. So if you want to, let's say, store minus 18 degrees Celsius ice cream or frozen meat or anything, so that can be stored in one chamber, and in another chamber, maybe you can store fruit and vegetables which are meant to be kept at 2 to 8 degrees Celsius or around 5 degrees Celsius. So the purpose of multi-chamber is to like store different categories of the food items in a same cold store, having maintained different temperatures altogether at the same point of time. So this is the purpose. So there is a control panel on you say over the roof of this cold storage, and sorry, control panel on the thermal energy storage, where you can set your temperatures. What do you want to maintain? Like what temperatures you are able to maintain inside the cold room, and these temperature set points and different temperature sensors which are inside your cold storage. So there is a small lead acid battery backup also, which has been given just to keep the fans running inside the chamber. Because if there is no sun during the night time, so you need to have some battery so that your fan keeps on like running and transfer that cold from the water, the cold water to your room. So this is the purpose. So these are like the inside pictures of thermal energy storage and the control panel. So this is a control panel, and this is a standalone unit of thermal energy storage. So this is a project which we did in Haryana. So there is you can say Indo-Israel center for excellence for vegetables in Haryana. So there, like we installed one unit. So yeah, so the specifications of this unit is can be customized according to requirements. But as of now, what we are supplying to our customers is 5 metric ton, 10 metric ton, and 20 metric ton. So this is a capacity of storing the food product inside that cold storage. Okay, so how much energy need to be stored? So it is 200 megajoule in 5 metric ton, then 400 megajoules in 10 metric ton, and then 600 megajoule and 20 metric ton. So likewise, how much food you can pre-cool? Pre-cooling means like if from farm you are storing the product directly into your cold storage, so it is at like 30 or 35 or maximum 40 degrees Celsius. So it will be direct load on the compressor to bring down the temperature of 30 degrees Celsius produced to 5 degrees Celsius. So instead of that, you can pre-cool it. So you can bring down the temperature of that produce, let's say from 30 to 20 initially or 15 degrees Celsius. Then you are putting that produce into your actual cold room where you can maintain 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. So with the same backup, you can maintain, you can pre-cool your food and vegetables or food produce, and like you don't have to incur like extra operating costs for the same. So these are the capacities of the solar photovoltaic panels which are required for certain size of cold room. And there are multiple chamber options, as I told you, like you can maintain it. So there are different projects which we have done in Africa with the IFC. So IFC is International Finance Corporation, which is funded by World Bank, and there was a Tech Emerge program in Nigeria. So we executed different type of products. So one is like a cold storage of 45 metric ton. So there are various options where when I'm telling you this is a totally off-grid solution, so this solution can be either totally off-grid or you can connect this with grid as well. It is totally dependent on the customer or the requirement what he wants from the cold storage. So in this in this project, we did like 45 metric ton, which was grid connected, and there was dairy products which were stored at 2 to 8 degrees Celsius, and 24 hours continuous cooling was there. And where out of 24 hours, 12 hours was like temperature retention by PCM, and 12 hours by your grid. So grid was able to maintain your cold storage temperature also simultaneously it is storing the cold in your PCM. So and during the remaining 12 hours, only your PCM is giving the energy to your cold room, because you have switched off your compressor system which is running through electricity. So this was one of the project, and then there was another project done with the Kenny. So these are our partners along with which like we have done these projects. So they have done the installation for us, and they executed this project on site for us. So there was 5 metric ton cold room to store the fresh fruits and vegetables, and 24/7 continuous cooling was maintained using these cold storages. And this was like without any operating cost, and there was a lot of greenhouse emission savings basically. So in next slide I will discussing about like impact which all these projects have generated with these projects. So then third is like PCM application in refrigerated truck. So what I'm saying that you can store it in a cold storage. You can also have a refrigerated van or truck where you have PCMs aligned inside the truck, where you can charge your PCM during the night time when your truck is parked, and during daytime you can put your food inside your truck and you can go for the delivery, and your temperature will be maintained below -20 or -23, whatever temperature you require, up to 12 hours. So like it is a complete supply food chain where you are storing it at cold storage, and then you are taking that food from cold storage to your actual marketplace or wherever you want to deliver it in a PCM integrated refrigerated truck. So there is very less chances, or you can say there are no chances where your temperature will be not in the required range and your food will be spoiled or degraded. So this is a complete value chain or supply chain we are providing the people. So the impact which these three projects have generated, one is like GHG emission from the first project, we have reduced approximately 25 tons of GHG emissions using our solutions, and there was a 16% lower maintenance cost because you are not using any electrical battery or for storing your electrical energy. Instead, you are storing the cold in your PCMs, and you are directly taking that cold energy, stored cold energy, for maintaining the temperature of your cold storages. Then there is a second project was like did 90 to 100% of savings on the operation cost, and then revenue was very high with this. Then refrigerated truck, with refrigerated truck we are able to reduce the operational cost by 23%. Like how we are able to do that, because normally refrigerated vans or truck compressor runs with the diesel fuel. So there is a fossil fuel which is running your compressor during when truck is also running. But instead of that, you have a compressor which is running through your electricity, which is very less costly, and now you have PCM for storing it, and you don't have to run your compressor for the complete delivery. Let's say 10 to 12 hours a delivery time is there, and you don't have to run your compressor for that much time, that much period. So that is the operational cost you are giving to your customers, your users or farmers, right? So that is the impact. And we have done certain projects with UNDP also, United Nations Development Program, where we have given 30 metric ton capacity solar cold room, then 20 metric ton and 10 metric ton also. There was temperature maintained like 0 to 15 degrees. See, these cold storages are customizable as per your requirement. We can put the PCM which is suitable for your temperature. Let's say you want to maintain 15 to 25. So 15 to 25 degrees Celsius temperature in your cold room, we will choose it PCM which is of 22 degrees Celsius, so that it can maintain up to 25 degrees Celsius easily. So it is up to requirements. So there are different HEMA-cool products installed at various locations. One is at Chennai. I think two are in Chennai. Then there is in Nepal, Odisha, Himachal Pradesh. Yeah, so that's it about HEMA-cool. Now I will move on to solar dryer. So solar dryer is 24/7 consistent food dryer. If you see the construction of the dryer, there is a glass tube which is double-walled vacuum tube, and the sun radiations fall on this collector. So we call it as a ETC. ETC is evacuated tube collector. So the glass tube is called as evacuated tube, and inside that there is a copper tube. So copper heat pipe basically having a fluid called glycol, okay, ethylene glycol or something. So which boils at very low temperatures like 30 or 40 degrees Celsius. Whenever there is a sun radiation which are falling on these glass tubes, the liquid which is inside these copper tubes, brown tubes basically, so it boils off, and it is like converted into from liquid to vapors, and these vapors are like collected at the tip of this heat pipe, okay, and these vapors give the energy to this material. So there is a material which is filled in a tank. A PCM material is filled inside this tank, So these vapors are transferring the heat to the PCM, and PCM is getting converted from solid to liquid phase and storing that heat during the daytime. Okay, and there is like fresh air vents from both of the sides of this dryer, and there are drying trays. If you see this mesh kind of thing, so these are drying trays over which you can put your vegetables or food produce which you want to dry out. And there are exhaust fans. So exhaust fan is very important and crucial part here, because if there is air which is having humidity, so like after inclusion of your moisture in your air, the air gets heavy, right? It doesn't uh, it will not be able to escape out of your dryer basically. So it is very important that you have these exhaust fans, forced circulation fans basically, which are running through solar panel. So there is a small panel on one side of this hood, which is of capacity of 30 watt approximately, which is running your exhaust fan. So in this whole construction, if you see, there is nowhere you have any grid electricity which is needed. The total solution is solar thermal energy and solar PV energy based. Yeah, so this is the concept basically. And like we have uh, supplied and installed over 80 numbers of dryers in Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Meghalaya, then Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Maharashtra, and in Uttarakhand also recently we supplied some of the dryers. So in this dryer, you can dry anything, whether it is tomato, apple, onion, leaves, meat items, fish, okay, or any like having high glucose rich products also you can like dry. So if you see there are chili, onion, then this is ginger, then Indian gooseberry, bitter gourd, banana, and tomato. This is fish. Then there is a pineapple. So we have dried up approximately over 35, 40 vegetables, and we have launched this product after validating it with the 30 different kind of products. So if you see, this is apple. So the color of the apple, if you see, it is very bright, like not brownish in nature. If you keep your apple in outside ambient, right? So it gets brownish in color, because there is oxidation which is happening of these uh, slices of apple. If you are not maintaining a particular temperature of the of your food product. So there is a concept called enzyme activity in food products. So enzyme activity is something which is degrading your food product after some time if you are not keeping your food product at 40 to 60 degrees Celsius temperature range. So most of the food products are needed to be kept at 40 to 60 degree to stop that enzyme activity. Otherwise, your food product will be spoiled completely or degraded. So this dryer ensures that your temperature is 40 degree to 60 degree all the time, 24/7. That's how like we have put 55 degrees Celsius PCM in this tank, where it is storing the heat at 55 degree, and also it is whenever it is giving the energy to your food product, it is giving the energy at 55 degree only. So that's how you are able to maintain temperatures. And there are different dried products from Nagaland. So there is very famous mirchi or chili, you can say Naga mirchi, or ghost chili. I don't know if you have heard about this chili or not. This is very famous in whole world, which is having very spicy, the spiciest chili in nature. So so it has been dried in our food dryer. It was perfectly, the color of that chili was maintained properly, right? So and the pineapple also, the taste of the pineapple was so good and delicious to eat after drying. So it was maintaining its textures, colors, and everything. And also the another benefits of having these closed chamber is like you don't have any dust, which is like there in when you are drying your food product in open sun. Normally, you have flies or dust or a lot of other things which are spoiling your food product, right? And also, whenever there is a rain, also you have to shift your food product from the open sun to some shaded area, right? So that it is not getting spoiled, right? So in this, if there is rain also, if there is a dust which is in the farm, so there is no impact on your food product. It is maintaining its nutrients, its hygiene, its textures and everything, right? So that is the benefit. If you see, there are different kind of dryers which are available in the market, whether it is like sun drying is open sun drying, then is greenhouse tunnel. You might have seen there is a polycarbonate sheet which is transparent in nature and having this dryer made of these polycarbonate sheets. So it is called greenhouse tunnel. So it is not 24 by 7, but it is only running during the sunshine hours, during the daytime when sun radiations are available. And then there is argon 24 by 7, then wood fire dryer. So in some of the areas in Tamil Nadu, Rajam Mundri, or like these are some areas where tobacco drying is done using the food like wood firing. So there is a lot of fossil fuel burning and a lot of carbon emissions which are happening because of this wood burning. So a lot of people are doing it because they are not having the solutions, or they are not willing to shift to these argon type of solutions which are totally off-grid solution. Then there is fuel drying also. Some people are doing using diesel burning. So, if you see, there are certain parameters we have listed here: renewable source, emission, quality, area required, drying time, operating cost, and capital cost. We have compared this all solutions based on this parameter. You see, like sun drying, obviously, this is a renewable source. Greenhouse tunnel also, you have some radiations which are falling on your polycarbonate sheet based greenhouse tunnel dryer. It is also renewable source based, and argon is definitely a renewable source based solution. Then fire dryer, obviously there is no renewable angle in it, or whether it is fuel drying also, there is no renewable energy which is used in it. Emissions, if we compare the emission parameter, so sun drying, there is no emission. Greenhouse tunnel, there is no emission. There is argon solution, no emission, but definitely for the fossil fuel burning, there are emissions. So sun drying, there is a very low quality of food drying. Why it is? Because it is direct sun radiation which are falling on your food product. So it is degrading your food in terms of its color, texture, and also the nutrients. So if you see, if you dry it in open sun, the tomato color turns to like blackish, the dark red and blackish color. So instead of that, if you're drying it in an argon, so it is indirect kind of a temperature maintenance. So the color of the tomato is maintained. You see this color of the tomato, it is exactly same as before drying. There is no change in the color. So this is the quality of the product which is coming out of the product out of the argon dryer. So in greenhouse tunnel also there is like quality issue, because there is medium quality you can maintain with these kind of dryers. There is no indirect kind of like sun radiations which are falling on your food product, but definitely you're not able to maintain the nutrients in your food products which you are able to do with argon dry. So there is high kind of quality which you are able to maintain with your argon dry, but very low quality is achieved with wood-fired dryer, because the temperatures which are you are able to maintain in wood-fired dryer is quite high. It is above than 60 degree, or in the range of 90 degree, or even sometimes it can go up to 120 or 130 also. So which are like charring, like you can say burning your food products sometimes. So the area required is quite low in argon dryer, and in other greenhouse, definitely it is going to be very high. Sun drying, it is low, because you can uh, like maintain whatever space you have, you can just spread your food produce according to your requirements. And the other also, it is very low, because the surface area contact for these solutions is uh, required is very less, because the heat content is very high, heat density is very high. uh, then drying time is quite low for argon, uh, in spite of other solutions, because you are able to dry your food product for 24 hours. Instead of you are having only 8 hours of sunshine, you are still able to maintain your temperatures for 24 hours. Operating cost for like sun drying and greenhouse tunnel is nil, and but for argon it is low. Why it is low? Because you are not having any electricity grid which is connected to your product. But in spite of that, you have some operating cost, because you will be having some electrical battery, small battery for running your fan during the night time. Okay, so there you might incur some charges after 5 years, when your battery is gone out, like or dead, right? The capital cost of your argon dryer is medium among other, uh, uh, because you have to have these evacuated tube collector also, and PCM cost is also there. So this is benchmarking. So this is the last slide of my product, maybe. So I'm just about to close within 3 minutes. My time is going to be 45 minutes complete. So if you see, we have done some analysis. If you're loading 20 kg per day, so the loading capacity of this dryer is around 20 kg, and you're loading 20 kg of produce in dryer, which is costing around 20 rupees per kg. The banana is costing you 20 rupees per kg. So if you like consider only 270 days per year, because let's say there are some rainy days, approximately 60 days, you can consider as rainy days, and you can only for the like costing purposes, you consider 270 days in a year. So the annual cost of your raw material is 1,08,000 rupees. The processing cost, let's say, because you have to have cut, slice your food product, and then you have to load it in your dryer also. So you consider 5 rupees per kg as the loading cost, and it is amounting to 27,000 rupees per annum. The capital cost of dryer, consider it as to be 2 lakh rupees as of now. The total expenditure came out to be 3 lakh 35,000 rupees. So, dried banana is very costly, or dried any food product which is dried is very costly. You are getting 275 or 300 rupees per kg. And let's say out when you are putting 20 kg, after reducing the moisture, you are able to get 5 kg of your food, like a banana. So you are able to sell it at 275 rupees, and this is for 270 days. You are able to get 3,71,000 rupees per year. Okay, the payback period for your dryer will be approximately 2.1 years for this thing. Okay, so break even point, after break even points, obviously you are able to make profit per year as 2,36,000 rupees. So, so this is the benefit which farmers can get, or some of the farmers are already getting it. And there are some self-help groups or women entrepreneurs which are already doing such activities at home, they are drying it and selling it at higher cost, and they're earning good money, good amount of money. So this is from sustainability uh, uh, point of view. So I've already covered all these aspects where you have off-grid solution for drying and storing, no operation cost, low carbon emissions. You are approximately doubling your farmers' income, and it is definitely environmentally friendly solutions. So yeah, that's it from my side. So I'm open to take questions.
Thank you, sir. Now participants can shoot your questions. Expert, by unmute your mic, you can ask. Sir, I have one question
Sure, sure.
regarding dryer.
Okay.
Sir, can we place different types of vegetables at the same time in a dryer?
Yeah, you can, because it's only that like the drying time for the different products will be different. So you might have to take out your dried product after some time. Let's say maybe after if you are putting, let's say, tomato and banana uh, in the same tray, or you have two trays which are filled with your banana, and rest of the trays are with tomato. So tomato will be dried after, let's say, 24 hours, but banana takes around like 30 hours. So you have to monitor the timings basically. But you can definitely put.
Yes, sir. But how can we judge it, sir? See, if you are telling me banana is taking less time than tomato, then how
Yeah,
do we get the readings and all?
right. So although like we give a table to all our users, like what time should be there for the drying of these food products, but like it is based upon your solar radiations and everything also, but the judging of that will be from the feeling of that food product, whether it is having any moisture or it is completely dried. Okay. So after some time, when you have dried few products, like 5 or 10 products, you have dried, you are able to judge basis upon the texture and the feeling of that food product. And also, the weight is the criteria which people use. Let's say you have dried, or you have put of 20 kg of food product. Okay, you have left with 7 kg. Okay, after 24 hours of drying, but you know that. This should be reduced to 5 kg. So, like you might judge on the basis of weight as well.
Yeah. And one more question, sir.
Yeah,
If during non-sunshine hours, how can the fan be operated, sir?
your fans.
Yes.
Okay, the fans are basically operated by a small battery pack. So there is a lead acid battery which is given with the dryer, which is running the fan for 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
So
sir.
it is similar to, like, you can say, Hemakul solution also having like your fan system, and fans are run by your lead acid battery during the night time. Like similar is the case with the solar dryer as well, where you are storing some of the electrical energy in your lead acid batteries and for running your fans during the night time. So in both, like you are using lead acid battery basically.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any other questions from anyone?
I'll ask a question if nobody else is asking. Bhuvnesh,
Sure.
Winston here. How are you?
Sure. Yeah. Hi, sir.
Yeah. On this dryer, is there a different models for scaling up the production? I know it's 20 kg, what you're saying. Is there a possibility like Hemakol will
Right.
have different capacities also?
Right, right. So it's very good question, sir. Uh, it's good that you have raised it. So the thing is, this is 20 kg dryer, but it definitely can be scaled up to like 1 ton, 500 kgs upon basis on requirements. So we can have a big chamber having these multiple solar collector system which are feeding into your the room basically for drying. So we have worked upon some of the concepts earlier, but we have not developed the solution as of now. But we have the technical specifications and like how we can do it. So we have everything. We can do it.
Okay, good, good. For tobacco or tea, you need large volume.
Right, right, right. For tobacco, basically, we had pitched it to one institution, CTRI, Central Tobacco Research Institute, like how it can be done uh, in on a larger scale, where you will not occur any like operating cost, and there will be like obviously reduction in GHG emissions as well.
Yeah, I think in my last company, we used to focus on tea dryer in Calcutta region as well as in the Ooty region, where a lot
Okay,
of fuel is used, fossil fuel is used for drying, for heating up, So those are the opportunities as well. It has got a big a warehouse or a chamber, and
okay.
hot air is fed through a burning of, fuel.
Sure,
So this
sure,
will
sure.
be a great idea as well.
Yeah, yeah, maybe you can connect us. Maybe we can take the discussion forward with the company if they are
Yeah, sure.
willing to. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we have Tapash Halder in MMTCL, Murugappa Group.
Okay. Okay.
Heading,
Mhm.
he's a vice president marketing, I think. So I will connect him to you. I think he will be
Sure.
able to, because he
Sure. Sure.
was a guy who was handling this in the past.
Understood. Okay. I think it's great. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Any more questions or any doubt you want me to explain anything which you have not understood? That also I can explain again. We have 8 minutes left.
Dear participants, if you have any query, kindly unmute your mic. You can post your question to the expert. He is ready to take up your questions. Kindly unmute your mic and you can ask your questions. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I think there is no more questions. Thank you very much for sparing your valuable time with us in today's morning. Thank you for a wonderful and informative session. On behalf of Murugappa Polytechnic College and on behalf of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, we extend our sincere thanks to you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, participants. The attendance link will be posted in the chat box shortly. Kindly fill your attendance. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Bhuvnesh.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Okay. Bye.